Evening to everybody. Hope you're all well and enjoying life. If you're watching in playback, thank you for joining us tonight on Wednesday live stream, live Q&A with me and the whole community. Hope you're all well. If you haven't always subscribed, you may want to think about subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon and you'll never miss another uploaded video or live stream again. Evening everybody. Hope you're all well and everything is good. I see thankfully, we are evening Lee Foxall on Facebook, Stephen Hignett evening, Jay Hall evening. We if you can see on your screen there, you'll be able to see the Facebook messages and the YouTube messages as well. I just hope they don't go too bloody quickly, that's all. Hopefully they won't do. I'll extend this down a bit. What's it? Well, I've got to give a quick little shout out to Emma Downs and John M this evening. Good shout out to you. Evening, Mr. Miller as well. Evening, Ian Green. Hope you're well. Carp Rigs and Silk Pigs evening. Paul McCarthy on Facebook. Hegress Ajnalka. Stephen Cook evening. Mike Blake evening to you. Andy Priest. Stephen Easterby evening. Nick Minter. Dominic Carter. Paul McCarthy. Mark Castle and Matt Fagan on Facebook. Evening to you all. And it is bloody freezing out there. And we've had about a foot of snow and icicles that long. I kid you not. If you've seen on my Instagram account, I post up a picture about snow about that much. Icicles everywhere. Unbelievable. We're going to have a good night this evening. We're going to talk about these as well that I picked up. And we're going to have a look at the old Boolin stove. That's arrived. I used that on my last trip. Managed to get myself a new set of rods at the Northern Angling Show as well. The Hutchie Dream Makers. Been looking for a new set for about 2 or 3 months. Looked at the High S's and a few other ones as well. But decided to go for the Dream Makers after having a little go with them. They were cheaper as well. Having fun in the sow, Sam Smithy. That's for sure. That's for definite. Mike Hoxton says it's -4 here and snowing. And he's out on Saturday. Lovely. Hardcore. Evening, Steve Sutton. Lee Verity. Evening to you as well. How many people have we got in? Let's have a look. We've got 195 on YouTube. And we've got... Oh, let's have a look. We've got on Facebook, I can't see. Oh, 93 on Facebook. So, evening to you all, guys. It's bloody freezing out there. Whoever's out there at the moment doing it hardcore, my hat goes off to you. So, you know, if you're out there doing it the last couple of days or you're going for the weekend, then my hat goes off to you because it is hardcore out there. I'd love to be out there myself, don't get me wrong. Love to be able to catch a snow carp. Never caught a snow carp. And this is about your best chance you've had for about 2 or 3 years of definitely getting a snow carp. But, as Mike Blake says, all the lakes must have lids on them. They must have. Evening, Wayne Lewis. It's -10 in Con Beach, Andy Priest says. -8 near Steve Wayne. I know it's -6, -7 where we was. Carp Dog's downstairs with Mrs. B. So, we've got a brew. And we're going to talk everything fishing. Because no one's fishing, I doubt. Carp Dog Cradle, Dominic Carter, after the last vlog. Yeah, did you like that? If you haven't seen the last vlog 14, talk the devil, look. Here. Talk with the devil and he turns up. There's the star of the show, the old Carp Dog himself. He hears me talking, so he has to come up and have a little look. Here he goes. He's going to come and sit down over there, or he'll probably go out now. But yeah, let's talk about Northern Angling Show. It was really, really good to see all you guys at the Northern Angling Show who come up. I was amazed how many guys actually came up, wanted to talk everything about fishing and asking advice and just to say hello, really, which was absolutely brilliant. You know, I've made up so many of you came up. We had some photos with the little ones, some of the little young anglers or sons of anglers and that. It was just, it blew my mind away. It was absolutely brilliant. And I thank you all for taking the time out of, you know, what was a busy show to actually come and see me and, you know, just chat fishing. Show as a whole, it was really busy both days. I hate to think how many people they had go through. I put 14,000, 13,000, something like that. You know, loads of people. Didn't really get much chance to see a lot out there. But what I did see was, I went and got myself a packet of the size 4 chod twisters, pinpoint ones. Now, you probably know that I use the pinpoint sharpened hooks. Ones that are pre-sharpened by Mark Vusen, who owns Pinpoint. He pre-sharpens them for me, and it really does make a difference. I believe it does anyway. But these ones, these are the ones I'm really interested in. The chod twisters. Size 4 is what I use. I like a big hook. I'd probably even go bigger than that. Size 2 if they did one, but I don't think they do. But it is, I don't know if you can see that there. I don't think you can see it, but if I put that behind there, you might be able to. But that is mega sharp. Sticky sharp. You know, a good way to test whether something is sharp. That bit your side of your hand there, just dig it in a little bit. Just jig it about, imitating whether a fish is jumping. That's not coming out. I didn't put it in very far, just nicked it in there. That's not coming out. That's what I want it to do when it's in a fish's mouth. Not coming out, you know. I'm going to physically pull that out. That's what I test my rig, see if it's sharp enough. I don't run it along my nail like most people do. You can do it that way. But I don't want to blunt it. So I put it in something soft, shake it around, imitating what a carp does. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with them. So I thought, you know, that's hooks I'm going to use. But I thought I just randomly picked up another packet, which is the Fang X, which is basically a curve shank. You know, I've never used a Fang X in my life. Always been happy. But again, the point is so long, and that is seriously sharp. Really is seriously sharp. So I'm impressed with those so far. I randomly picked up 2 packets. I didn't wait for them to give me the packets. I went, right, I'll have a look at those ones, and I'll take one of those as well. Thank you very much. There you go, guys. At the moment, initial thoughts are that they're mega sharp. But we will see what happens. What else did I pick up at the Northern English show? I picked up 3 new Dream Makers 12-foot 3-pound test curve. The rods I've got at the moment, the Lion Carp ones, brilliant rods, really rate them, really like them, but they're a bit overgunned. My fishing's mainly done up to about 80 yards. So, you know, I don't like to fish much further than that. I can, but I don't. I'm more of a in the margins and 20, 30 yards sort of carper. Looked at the action, spoke to a couple of people. I looked at them at the show before. I forget what bloody shows we've been to. But yeah, I like those, but I weren't going to get them there and then. I spoke to a few people who use them, and I decided on those at the Northern English show. So those will be my rods going forward, and I'll see what they're like. So I'm going to give you a review for them, or you'll see them, or we'll talk about them, whatever, you know. There you go. So that was the 2 main things, apart from seeing loads of people, loads of guys I haven't seen for years, and friends and mates and all that, and that was really good. And 3 other things have happened in the last week. 3 mad, crazy things have happened in the last week. The first one is that we've got over 10,000 subscribers on the channel. 10,000 subscribers, guys. You know, thank you. It's all down to you. We've gone over the 10,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy madness. From a year and 2 months, year and 3 months ago when we was on 1,000. We managed to get it over 10,000, and that's all thanks to you watching the videos, subscribing. And as a special thank you, either Sunday or next Wednesday, we're going to do a live stream giveaway, and all you have to do is be a subscriber. It's going to be a live stream subscriber giveaway. So all you guys here are subscribers, which most of you are. I should be giving away hoodies, t-shirts, some of the new ones as well. If you saw, released a couple of new t-shirts. I'll be giving those for you guys as a thank you, as I always do, as we did for 5,000 when we hit 1 million watch time minutes every month. You know, it's a thank you to you guys. You know, 10,000 subscribers was the sort of where I was hoping we could get to in about 4 or 5 years, but we managed to do it in just over a year, and it's all thanks to you guys. So that'll be coming up. Next couple of live streams, there'll be a giveaway in one of those live streams. You don't have to do anything because you've already done it. If you're a subscriber, you would have the chance to win something. Second thing, if you hadn't noticed, I had a new PB common. £57, 3 ounces from the Park Lake. I wasn't even going to fish. Turned up, I was going to have a look about. Nothing was happening. It was all quiet. It was going to be freezing the next day. And I thought, shall I not go? And a guy next to me, a friend of mine, Nick, he was fishing. He was just about to pack up. And he said he'd seen nothing for 3 nights. So I'm standing there talking to him thinking, shall I go and get something to eat and go off back home and all that? And I see a fish jump out in front of this swim. And he didn't see it. So I said to him, look, get a rod out there. You've got an hour to go. Get a rod out there. He banged it out there. Starting talking, bang, next thing, he's away. 38.5 commons. I thought, well, I've got a fish. Didn't go in that swim because I don't particularly like that swim. Went in the next door swim and cast the 3 rods out. You'll see all this in the vlog on Monday. The vlog on Monday includes the big common, new PB, £57, 3 ounces, absolute beast of a common. Best thing was that it's been on the missing list for about 10 months. So, you know, it's been brilliant. It was good to actually see it come out as well, and at a top weight, and a new PB. Next morning, about 7 o'clock, you know, another blank on the cards, as you guys have been following it. Little drop back, up and down bleep, hooked into it, and the rest is history. So, guy was fishing there with me called Greg. Thanks to him for helping me out with the pictures and a bit of the video, which is included in the vlog. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy catching it. Awesome creature. And I hope the video work does it justice. The third, and the most important for me, yeah, better than getting to 10,000 subscribers, better than catching a new PB common, my youngest daughter gave birth to our first grandchild. So I became a granddad on Sunday. So I've had a mad week. Little Sienna was born £6, 7 ounces. Beautiful little thing she is. She looks like her mother. Unfortunately, her mother looks like me, so she's not going to do very well in life, is she? So, and yeah, so I became a granddad for the first time. So I've had a bit of a mad roller coaster, mad week. So yeah, granddad. So it's granddad now, which is a bit crazy. So there you go. So yeah, so that's been my week, and it's been pretty crazy, isn't it? What have you? Did any of you guys manage to get out just before this snow hit? Did you manage to get out and do any fishing, catch a few? So I know a few days before we had some really warm weather. And a few fish were coming out, hence why I wanted to get over there. I thought, well, I might as well blank on there as on an easy runs water. Cheers, Mr. Miller. Thank you, Carl. Grandad Leon Carper, yeah, most definitely. Thanks, guys. I don't know how well can you see the questions and the comments coming up. I've tried to sit to one side a bit more. And I've got the software working where you can see if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you're getting your questions coming up. I want to make you quite big initially so you can all see the questions. Shut up for a minute and read the bloody chat, Mike Blake says. I know, definitely. Carp Dog's in the house. Yep, here he is. He's behind us. Cheers, Lee Brown. Thanks, Graham Rowland. -6 in Norfolk tonight, someone just said. And I've got to give an apology to a few guys have messaged me saying that they put a few questions on the last live stream and never got them answered. But what you got to understand is it goes so quick that I can't answer all of them. You can always private message me or just keep putting the question up and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Or you private message me or email me, I'll definitely answer them. So I answer every single question. Mark Castle's struggling on his lake. He hasn't done a fish since November. Mike Blake says it's -11 with the wind factor in Manchester. That's bloody freezing. I know how cold it was when I was there the weekend. Yeah, I think most waters are frozen over in Holland. Are there any waters here that aren't frozen over, guys? Any waters that you've been fishing or you've gone past in the car that aren't frozen over? Be good to get a little list going up on here so people know that there's still a chance. Yep, pop over Dean Cousins, 3-4 weeks time, I think, to the big one. Come and say hello, or any of you guys, come and say hello to the big one as well. Carl G says it's like summer in Manchester, so it's no difference if it snows. Yep, always give a reply to PMs or messages. It's just what I do. You know, you take the time to ask the question or ask for a bit of advice or whatever, or you need a link for something. You know, I definitely, what's it? Stephen Haynes says his lake's half frozen over. The Obsessive Carper said his charity event went better than expected. He raised just under £3,000. Absolutely awesome, Darren. Absolutely awesome, mate, for organising it. Evening Top Penguin. Hardwick Smiths and most of the linear complex. Oh, I can't, let me just have a look. Most of the linear complex, let's have a look what AD said, because most of the linear complex wasn't when I left this morning. So Hardwick Smiths and most of the linear complex is still wobbly. So you've still got a chance. Thanks for that, AD. Appreciate that. Don't forget, AD's on at 8 o'clock. AD's blogs. Sorry, his live stream will be on at 8 o'clock just after I finish. So don't forget to tune into that. Yeah, Darren's a top man for that, for raising that. Just under £3 grand. That's just awesome, isn't it? It really is. And for the guys who took the time in to go and help, and the guys who give prizes. Should make it a yearly event, which I think Darren's going to do. Cameron Stats says 13 degrees here in Kansas, USA. Bloody hell, that's like the Bahamas for us at the moment. Ben Wallace says, what rig do you think is best to fish with? I haven't got a favourite rig. I've got favourite rigs for different situations. Like, if there's weed, I'll always start off fishing with a pop-up. If there's no weed in the lake, I'll always start off fishing with a bottom bait and then go from there. So, there's no one rig for any situation. And at the end of the day, it's what you feel confident in using. It doesn't matter what I do, because I feel confident doing what I do. You have to feel confident to what you're doing. You'll definitely catch more. Paul Bacon, good. There's Mr. Northern Angling Show himself. He's not on the park late. He said to me, us Southerners are softies, apparently. Good to see you in here, Paul, as well. Chris Burns, he says, thinking of the Calder singles, are they worth it? I haven't got a set. So, any of you guys that have got the Calder singles, please give your honest reviews on what, if they're any good. Yeah, Mr. Emrick, team effort, definitely. Good team around him, Darren. Hi, mate. Hi, Sean Mulqueen, should I say. What did you catch the big comment on, to be sure, says? I called it on a hinge stiff rig with a size 15, I think it was, fluoro white SSP bait System X pop-up. Single, just a single cast with a little silk gully that I know. Explain it all in the vlog on Monday. You'll be able to see it. Mr. Edney done a 6-hour round trip to drop prices. That is a mega effort, isn't it? Here you go. Matthew Reynolds says, the Calder singles are the nuts. I had them. I wouldn't change them for anything. Fair play. There you go. Ben Osborne loves his singles. Evening the Manchester Carper. Thanks, Andy Oram. Mark Cole says the single looks great as he has them. Doug Hensley says 55 degrees here in KY. My brother and myself just went to the 3rd annual catfish. Ugh. No, Mike Blake, the stream with the vlog with the new PB will be out on Monday, 12 o'clock Monday. David Eatook, good to see you, mate, as well at the Northern Angling Show and meet up. Chris Burns says, what do you use for your hinge stiff rig? Do you mean the, well, I'll tell you what I use. The boom section, I use £25 Black Amnesia. Used it for many, many, many years, and I can't see the point of changing something else. But the curve section, I've used 3 different materials. The ESP, stiff rigger stuff, always good. Used the Fox stiff rigger stuff as well. And I've just started to use the PB Products £25 stiff choddy type of material. Which seems alright initially, but I've only just started using it. I didn't catch the fish on it. So I'm testing that out as well. No problem, Mike Blake. Shout out to Ben Nova, to him and his carp dog. We always like a shout out to the carp. Look, here he is. Look, there's the carp dog. He's lying on the floor. Missus must be doing something he don't like. Jet ski Jimmy, good to see you, mate. He's hoping the weather warms up by 20th of March. As he's planning a trip out as well. Evening, Wazzy, Mark Wazzlecroft. Yeah, it was good to see you at the show as well, mate. And Martin's Angling Adventures, who's another YouTuber. It was good to see him as well, catch up. He was on the next stand to me. David Etox says, do you tie a loop in your boom section or a grinner knot to the hook lift? I tie, the way I do my loops, I do something called a perfection loop knot. You can find that on YouTube. Just put in perfection loop knot. And that gives you a proper, beautiful, round, lovely loop knot. And that's what I use. Good to meet you as well, Adam Hollins, at the Northern Angling Show. Gareth Aspinall says, hi Leon, will you please do a full review on the Prestige Porter, the one that I have. We'll love to hear your thoughts on it. Yes, I will be doing lots of reviews coming up in the next couple of months. I've been a bit busy with work and other things and that going on and some of my own fishing. But I'll be doing lots of reviews on lots of different kit over the next, well, for next year really. I'm going to be doing loads of stuff. I'm going to do absolute loads of reviews on loads of stuff. Some you've heard of before and some you haven't. Dan B says he's got his new ticket starting tomorrow. Not sure if I should freeze my half off and do a night. You've got to be in it to win it, Dan B. Mark Wanscross says, do you use crimps at all? No, I've never used crimps. I just, probably old school, that I just want to tie that knot. That's just the way I do it. I'm pretty sure crimps work well, but it's not my thing. Paul White says, Leon, are the small stage stands available now from Summit? And love the adjustable zig rig. They're not. Next couple of months they'll be available. Really, if you see them at Northern Angling Show, they're the real mini little stage stands. Adam Holland says he's gone mad on crimps for hinge stiffs. Love them, and a 36-pounder with linear on. That's what matters, Adam. If you're happy with the crimps, you're confident in them, you're catching fish, stick with it. Stick with it. What do I think of the new air bomb? I haven't seen it yet. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to really go and have a look at it at the Northern Angling Show somewhere. But when I was walking around, going to the toilet and back, I didn't manage to see it, so I didn't really have time. But I will do. I'll probably get one when they're available, just to give it a go and give it a review as well. Evening, Darren Hill. Good to see you, mate. Simon Ward says he fished the weekend. He blanked his arse off. The lake froze over -2. Well, I think we've got a good few more days of the lakes being frozen until next week. I think next week's going to be slightly warmer, isn't it? It's not going to be minus temperatures at night. It's going to be more like +4, +5, something like that. Evening, Michael Morby. I'll tell you what else I saw as well. Thomas Wood, the vaping carp. That's what reminded me of having a vape. Good to see him and catch up with him and have a chat. What a sound guy he is. You look at his channel as well. He's got a good channel. Just started on his syndicate water, and he's just a normal angler with the trials and tribulations of learning lots of stuff about fishing. So I quite like his channel. Yeah, Aidy's got a good way to stop your rollers freezing. Put a towel over the alarms. I normally do that. I normally put a little towel over it, and it stops it all. Mike Blake says the weatherman has cancelled spring by at least 2 weeks. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? This bloody cold snap we're having. Love to just get it out of the way. I want to go fishing next week, but we shall see. Bankboy Stevens says, I was gutted, mate. He's lost his speech. Can't move his left arm, but he should come back in time, mate. Oh, blimey. Cheers, Mike Brizzy. It's good to see you on here, mate, as well. Aaron Preston says you've had a super chat. Oh, didn't see that one. Let's have a look. No, definitely not had a super chat. Definitely not. Unless it's coming up in a minute. Aaron Preston, good to see you and your 2 little ones, mate. Your 2 young lads there. It's really good to see them. Yeah, as Mike Blake says, he's going stir crazy in the house. He needs to get out. You know, it's terrible, isn't it? When the lakes freeze, you really miss your fishing. The missus wants you to get out as well, because you must be driving her crazy. It happens to all of us, doesn't it? I didn't see that, Dominic. Have a look. Where's that bloody come up? Can't see that. Oh, yes, Dominic. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, look at that. Thank you very much, Dominic, for the super chat. Can't see what I must have missed that. Can't see why I missed it. Did you take the wasteling to the hospital, Dominic Carter says? No, I didn't actually, because I wasn't there at the birth. I was actually in Manchester working at the Northern England show, 3:30 in the morning. She had it. So I didn't know until the morning, the day of the Northern England show. Thank you very much for your £2 super chat, Dominic. Really, really appreciate it, mate. It helps the channel. And thanks, guys, for, you know, all the other guys in the last few weeks have done the old super chats. Must be this new bit of software where I can't see it coming up, the super chat. Kobe92 says, how can I colour black tigers? Why would you want to colour black tigers? Just buy black tigers. Because they're meant to be that colour, black. Alan Sharp says, evening, Leon. I'm looking for a new brolly system. What do you recommend? Depends on what your budget is, whether you want it with a front on, with a knot. There's some really good systems out there which cost you about 100 quid, 120 quid, which won't break the bank. And it's all in. I mean, Cyprinus do a nice brolly system. I think the Fox Royale system may be a bit thin, the material, but that's pretty good as well. Which would do one as well. You've got a few options out there. Hi, Jay Willis. How we doing, JJ? Good to see you, mate. Yep, Fox Ultra Brolly is another good one. I've had a Fox Ultra Brolly. I've had a couple of different ones, but I found that the first Mark 1, it did tend to leak, but then again, I did abuse it and use it a lot. So after a couple of years, 3 years, I think, of using it, it did start to leak. So whether that was me or not, I'm not sure. What's Barney up to? He's I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to, I think he's trying to get up there. He's not too sure. God knows what he's doing. Any Carper says, you think you have problems, Leon? My carp dog ate my best mate's Chinese takeaway. Oh, blimey, that'd be mad, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely crazy. Thank you very much, Paul Bradley. Scott McCown, it's a shame I can't super chat that steak to you that the carp dog ate. I love it. Well, he's yeah. If you see on Monday's vlog, you'll see that he gets something anyway. Danny Moon said, what's a good way to approach St John's on the linear complex? I know they like little bits, they like yellow, they like small bits and pieces, they like spotting. My advice to you would be is to tune into Ady's vlog, which is on at 8 o'clock in half an hour's time. Ask him the same question, because he fishes linear an awful lot more than I do. I haven't fished it for about 2 or 3 years, but I remember little bit of spotting, PVA bags, little bits of corn, little small, little 10mm, anything small. They like bits on there from what I remember. It may have changed, but I think it's still the same. Oh, I bet you did in our carper. I had to pay him a tenner for it with the old carp dog at it. I bet you, oh, I feel your pain. Wayne Pettigrew, good to see you at the weekend as well, mate. Kevin Davis says he's got 3 grandchildren and I've got 2 of them fishing, bless them. Yeah, well, we're going to try and get her fishing as well. No problem, Danny. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much, Daniel Stratton. Ian Burton, the PB will be, and there's some video of it as well, will be on Monday's vlog. Sean Barham, yes, I know a Nigel Marshall from Chebberleaf. I used to go to school with him. Yeah, it's good to meet you as well, Graham. Right, Mark Lawrence says his fishing mojo has gone totally help. I tell you what you need to do, Mark. I've had it happen to me probably 2 or 3 times over the last 10 years. If you're not catching or you just can't be bothered or whatever, you've got to make the effort to go to a runs water, go with your mate, have a bit of a social or something, catch some fish, relive those moments again, you know. Get your you know, your mojo back. That's the way I would do it. Whenever I just can't be bothered, or I'm fishing a lake and it's becoming a little bit hard and I'm blanking or whatever. Not that it happens very often. 2 or 3 times over the last 10 years, I go, right, what can I do? Let's go to runs water, let's get half a dozen fish in a day, and that sorts me right out. But then I want to catch the bigger ones on my syndicate lakes. Matty Ruston says, Leon, what Tesco rods have you bought? I bought the £3 Rod Hutchison Dream Makers. £3 Tesco, 12 foot. That's the ones I've bought. That's the ones I decided on after about 2 months of looking for different ones. Peter Golden says, Mr. Parabolic Heater, how was it? It was really good, Peter. You'll see it in the last vlog 14 from last Monday, and it's also in the new vlog 15 on Monday as well. Hi Ken Steele, good to see you, mate. Billy No Fishy and hi Leo, good to see you, mate. Watched your last vlog, good mate. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for everyone watching. Brian Mills in the house. How are you this evening, Brian? Hope you're well. How is the weather up there where you are? I bet it's absolutely freezing. James Thurster said, do you ever have a beer on the bank? I don't. I'm a bit of a teetotaler. I have a drink once or twice a year and have a proper blowout, fall over. Mrs. hates me. I want to chuck everything up. I'm dancing naked. That's me. About twice a year. That's it. Yeah, Fenland Carpers, I believe it's the same heater that Aldi do, the parabolic one, for about 20 quid. Daniel Stratton says, Ronnie or multi? Definitely multi-rig. Ronnie rig, definitely multi-rig. There you go. Mark Lawrence says his syndicate's 300 acres, so catching is rare. Thanks for replying, Leon. Always a pleasure, Mark. That's what I would do. If I was fishing a 300 acre syndicate where it's really rare to catch, to have a bite, I would go every now and again just to get that mojo going, because it does wear you down on a big syndicate, a big 300 acre pit like that. Just go and catch a few, and it will serve you in good stead for when you get back on your big syndicate lake. Stephen Brooks in a windy Fuerteventura. Evening to you. John Smart says, Rhino rechargeable battery can't find on the website. Any ideas? I should be able, if you message me, I should be able to get you a link for that. Not for the Rhino one, for about another one which is compatible. Patrick Rudy says, what putty do you use on hinge stiffies? As I usually use Chrysler, but hard to get hold of now. Oh, you should be able to get hold of that, Patrick. It's still available. I use the Chrysler putty myself, and I use the green and the brown. I think I mix them both together. Thanks very much, Carp Fishing Dreams. Dominic Carter says, Leon, your £57 comment has ruined porn for me. Nothing more beautiful on the internet. Well done. Cheers, Dom. As always, you're as witty as ever, mate. Thanks for the congratulations. N.I. Carper, Chrysler putty's the best. I believe it is. What do you guys think? What putty do you use? I've used Chrysler for many, many, many years. On and off. You know, I've used some others, but they haven't quite as good as, you know, as the Chrysler putty. I don't think you can beat. There's nothing out there yet I've found which is as good or comparable or better. But always go back to the Chrysler putty. There you go. Matty Russell says, Chrysler putty, there's loads on eBay. There you go. Thanks, Paul Bradley, for the kind comments. Dean Burton says, does the skull cap stop condensation on the V2? It does, up to about halfway. I've seen a little bit below that, but it stops it mainly. It doesn't suffer from condensation with that skull cap on. It's definitely, if you're like to do with weight, I'd rather get the skull cap than the overwrap for sure. Yep, the accessory carpet, Darren says, call the putty, he's never had a problem. There you go. National Chrysler putty, Christopher Warren says. There you go, David Booth says, Chrysler all day long. Thank you very much, Matthew Randall. Say hello to Mrs. R for me. There you go. Mark Jones says BP-4L Nokia battery for the light. That's for the Rhino light. Wayne Pettigrew says ESP putty. Chris Frappel says Fox putty is good, but Chrysler gear is the best. Tracker multi-core like toast so warm. Thank you, Tommy Duke. Scott McGowan says, have you ever considered writing a book on your fishing? I have, but I just haven't got the time to do it. I know that's an excuse, isn't it? But it's when I was really going to write a book many years ago, everybody seemed to be writing the same type of book. If I want to write a book, I'm going to do it a bit different to everyone else. Not the same fish that have been caught and all that. So I may do it in the future, in many years' time. Probably it'll be when carp fishing's finished. Sam Kudle says, can't get hold of Christen, so use ESP, it's just as good. What have we called the baby? The baby, well, not what I've called it, but my daughter called it Sienna. Simon Wall said, what's the biggest in the park lake now, Leon? Well, there's a couple on the missing list. There could be one around about the 59, 60 pound mark in there, a mirror. Called Willow. So hopefully that's still alive. Our Christ are still going since being bought out by Tasker. Well, they're not owned by Tasker anymore, and Tasker has actually gone bankrupt about 2 months ago. So properly bankrupt. So you won't hear anything more about the actual Tasker brand. And Christen was bought back by the people who sold it to them, I think, or another company. Jet ski Jimmy's going out in the snow. Good for you, mate. Where is the park lake? Daniel Stratton says it's Wellington Country Park in Reading. What spod rod would you recommend? It depends on how much money you want to spend. I mean, for casting out a spom or a dot spom or a spot or whatever you're going to cast, I would say you need about a £4 test curve rod. 3.5, £4. Purpose built. There's loads out there. It just depends on what your price range you've got. Billy No Fishing says, please don't write the same. Stay as you are, please. Thank you very much. Andrew Hyde says, do you think putting putty around the shot on a multi-rig is going too far? No, I don't think it is, Andrew. I'd do the same if that shot is, if that pop-up is so buoyant that I'm using that it won't sink it. Sometimes I'll put another little 6 shot on there, but there's nothing wrong with putting a little bit of putty around it. If it sinks it, lovely. Edward Matthews says, stop swearing, carp fishing will always be here. Well, nothing lasts for ages, does it? Andrew Hyde, call out to you and baby Catalina. Carp Fishing Dream says he has noticed that some of my rigs I use weights and not pay. Any reason for this? It's because, I'll tell you the reason I use weights on the multi-rig in particular is that it's the strip back bit, which is like braid. So, and I put it in between that length of strip back coated braid. So it's got more movement. Because if I put the putty on one end underneath, I don't believe it's got as much movement. So I want it to move on all angles. Must do a video on a hinge stiffy. I've done one on the multi-rig, but I must do one on the hinge stiffy soon. Chris Burns, he said, what's your favourite braid for a PVA bag? My favourite braid that I use at the moment is the Gardner one. I use that for a lot of my braided type rigs. I use that for my combi rig, and I use it for just straight through braid. It's the I can't remember the braiding name of it. Gardner something, Sink or something. I'm not sure what it is. Sleeping bag recommendations. Dan Patterson says 365 bag from Tracker, really good bag. I've got the Fortis Tech Light, that's pretty good. I also, for a bit more comfort in the winter, I've got the Fox Sleep system. There must be a few others that you other guys use that you'd like. Here you go, Peter Scrivenos, who is the owner of Deception. He says, do you like the Deception putty? That's a very close second to the Christen one, I must admit. That's a good putty as well. Gardner Duvet, Anthony Smith says, I've seen it, but I haven't used one yet. Chris Burns says, what bed chair do you use? I use 2 different bed chairs. I use the Fox Flat Light system. I also use the Witchwood Compact for in the spring, the summer and the early autumn. It's very, very light, and I put the Tech Light on that and I can zoom around me and the carp dog. No problem, Dan. Morgan 1062 says, Leon, would you try the Bollocks rig? I've seen it. It's not something that personally I'd use. I've got, in my view, I'm much more confident in the rigs that I use, like the hinge stiffy or the multi rig. You know, those type ones. Best lightweight bed chair with lumbar support. Ooh, now you're asking, aren't you? Because the more support you've got, the heavier it's going to be. I did have a look at the solar one with the sort of gel that it's got in it. That's about 7 or 8 kilos. So I might even be getting one of those in the future. That might be my next sort of expense to get one of those. There you go. The Manchester Carper, who runs a YouTube channel as well, he's doing the Chub Outcast sleeping bag, and he's doing a review on the channel later. So, you know, if you want to know about that one, tune into his channel. There you go. Chub Vantage is very good, Anthony Smith says. Looking for a high-end chair, Leon, what do you recommend? There's 2 or 3 which are really good. The new solar one's very good. You've got the Nash one, which is good. And you've got the Fox one, which is pretty good. But they are very expensive. All over 100 quid, I believe. Really gladly and even to you. And I just want to let you know, loving the blogs and reviews. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Billy. Thank you for all you guys for tuning in. TF Gear have a new one with memory foam. That might be worth looking at because that will be a lot cheaper than the better known brands, I would have thought. Dean Burt says thinking of getting the 40 snug pack, but what one do you think? I use the are you talking about the sleeping bag or the jacket? Because I use the 40 snug pack jacket, can't fault it. I've had it for about 3 years now. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing for warmth. You can wear a t-shirt underneath it and you still be warm. Dominic Carter said, if I write a book, it should be Trials and Tribulations with a Carp Dog, a carp angler story. That's a really good title, actually. Chris Baxter says, thoughts on the Nash Moon Chair? Well, it's one that you can actually go and get from B&Q or something like that for about half the price, I think. Lovely chairs, but not for me personally. And I think you'll probably get it a lot cheaper as well. Loving it, Rooster. Loving it, Rooster Nelthorpe. Russ Bark says, anyone know what the Ridge Monkey twin stove is like? I've seen it. I haven't used it. But I'm sure there's people in here who've got it. I'll be able to tell you whether it's any good or not. Where's the carp dog? Look, there's the carp dog. Carp Fishing Dreams is over 100 subscribers now. Thanks, people, and thanks for helping him. No problem. I'm all up for helping any of the YouTubers out there who put themselves out there, the ones that want to be helped anyway. Evening, Ian Smith. Hope you're well. Yeah, really good show. Really enjoyed the Northern Angling show. That's the FJ9 one, Dean Burton. Yes, it is. It's the best jacket I've used for fishing. It's really good. You can get the softy one, the army one, which is about 30 quid, which is good, but it's just not quite as good as the snugback one. Depends. Spend 30 quid and that will do you. It's a really good jacket. Or spend 150 quid or 140 quid on the SJ9 snugpack one, which I think is definitely a better jacket. Is it mega warm? Warmer than the other one? Maybe. Dominic Carter says, can't believe you haven't got the cradle for the man cave. Good idea, Dom. Definitely a good idea. Nice to meet you, Joel Pritchard, as well. Best fluorocarbon mainline, how to spoil. Right, there's a couple of fluorocarbon mainlines that I've used. The X-Line, which I think is absolutely superb, and the Gardner Mirage, which I think is very good as well. Again, I don't spool it up any differently than I spool up my normal line of my reels. Best way to do it is get some lukewarm water, put your spool in there for about 10-15 minutes, and just wind it on like that. There's no better way to do it in my eyes than that. Morgan 1062 says, did you know merino wool comes from New Zealand and Australia? Sheep. Love it. Crazy Mojo says, mainline or sticky boilies? Either one, I'd say. Seagar, James Thurston, if the truth be known, Seaguar is actually what is in a couple of the companies. It's what they actually rebrand their fluorocarbon line as. So Seaguar is very, very, very good. Exactly so. There you go. Brian Mills just confirmed it. Most of the fluoros are made by Seaguar. Definitely. Right, let's have a look at this. It's finally come through, the Boolean stove. I'll put a link. There's a link in... where did I put the link? The link is in down below in the description of this live stream when it gets loaded up. And I will put it on the Facebook page and our closed Facebook page, which I think you've seen it already. Finally come through from China. The Boolean stove. 18 quid off eBay. I'll put the links in there. Or if you need it next day or the day after, Amazon... 26 quid. It's up to you if you want to wait 4 weeks or you want it in a couple of days. But this was recommended to me by, well, loads of you guys on here, really. Finally got it. Finally used it last week. It'd be on Monday's vlog. The Boolean stove comes. I quite like that. Nice little case for putting it in. And I was quite impressed with... It feels quite heavy. It feels really sturdy. I thought it could be light and tinny, but it's not. It's quite good. And what I liked about it, one, it's got a preheat, and it's how much space you've got there. Now, the Ridge Monkey, my Ridge Monkey Extra Large, fitted on that, absolutely perfect. Doesn't slide off. The Terra Hiker little stove, which is about 13, 14 quid. Love that stove. But this one, I would say, is better if you're cooking proper pans. It's heavier, it's more robust. Obviously, it's more money, but... I quite like it. I've only used it once, fair play. So at the moment, it's yeah, I'm liking it. If for nothing else, that my food when I'm cooking up my steak doesn't get knocked over. So far, so good with the Boolean stove. Links are down there and in the closed Facebook group. There you go, Nick. There you go. I can't comment on that. Stove definitely brought me luck, Matty Rushton. Definitely. First time I used it, that whole week was really good. It's definitely down to the stove. Haven't seen the new Fox stove, Chris Burnsey, but I will check it out, that's for certain. I saw a post on something like that earlier on today. AD, it'd be lovely to have you fishing over here. Hopefully, Stuart Blakely, I'm out fishing next week, hopefully, for a day or two. We'll see. Adam Hollis, Rich Monkey Fluoro looks the mutts nuts. I haven't used it. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get my hands on some and a few of their other bits to have a look at, do a review on, and see what they're like. Evening, Caleb William. Hope you're well. All I need now is a lucky cup. One of these. Or me black chicken cup. That stove is the... Look, there's the box. Boolean BL100T4. I'll put links up. There's links when this gets loaded up. Also on Facebook. There'll be links on there as well under the description of the video. Go check it out. As I say, you can buy it off Amazon. A couple of days it takes, 26 quid. Or buy it like I bought it from eBay. It took about 4 weeks. 17 quid. Yep, Dominic Carter. Boolean stoves are good. He has the Terra Hiker after I did the review on it. He takes soup in a thermos stove for the Yorkshire tea. Lovely. Something else I might be getting soon as well is a thermal mug. It's a thermal mug, and it keeps cold drinks freezing cold, but I mean like seriously cold, and it keeps hot drinks seriously hot for up to like 4 hours, I think. I'm trying to get hold of one of those. I've seen one of them. I think they're about a tenner or something like that. I've got one of them on order, but it looks a little bit different to the normal thermal mug, so we'll see. Am I getting a dot spot? That all depends, actually. Maybe. I I don't really do spodding. That's the thing. I've lost a bit of weight, Jeff. Yes. Yes, on my diet, I'm under 15 stone. I was 16 stone 6. Now I'm down to 14.10, I think. What did Brian Mills ask Ben Osborne? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if I can go back. Let's have a look. See if I can go back. Let's have a look. What gas did you use with the boiling stove? I used the butane, I believe it is. For the life of me, I can't remember what one it is. I don't know if it's the mix or the normal butane. I don't tend to look at what the mix is or anything like that. I just buy it and use it, and it seems to work always. So I don't really look too much into it. Definitely, Stu Morgan. What diet am I on, Chris? Well, the no carbs or carbs at a minimum. Keep the carbs at a minimum. Try and cut out bread. I cut out things like sugar, potatoes. Try and cut that all out. It's really, really helped me lose a bit of weight. Jinx Neil Jenks says, Leon, how was your green Thai chicken? I had one Saturday found in hot. Tried the chicken tikka, very nice. Yeah, that Thai green curry, chicken green curry I got from Asda, Mrs. B got, was really, really good. Chris Birdsey says, how much bait do you recommend to take to France for a week? Depends on how many fish you're going for. If it's a bit of a runs water or not. I mean, I would, wherever I go, I'd probably take a minimum 20 kilo just in case. The stoves, how do they connect? There you go. Question about the stove, how do they connect? There's your standard stove connector. Exactly the same as all the other stoves. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Coleman gas, Brian Mills, that I used. It was gas that I got from Eric's. Definitely wasn't Coleman gas. I've never had a problem with gas in cold weather. So I always use a ground sheet. I've never really, and I've got a cover as well on my gas bottle. Never really had it so low that it won't work. I'll just give it a shake. Evening, Richard Salmons. Yeah, definitely. NSC 73, the mug probably has some sort of gel fluid in it. From what I can tell, I saw a little video on it, and they get the mug and they put ice in it, put the lid on, and they put it in boiling water, and they boil it for about, I think, 2 minutes or something like that. And they get the mug out, and the ice is still there, still formed perfectly, not melted one bit. And I thought, bloody hell, that looks like a good mug. So one of them will be coming soon. Not seen any of the new tracker stuff. I didn't really have time to go around the other stands at the weekend. James Thirst said, what's your opinion on the Deeper Pro? I like it, but I don't use it very often. I use it more for mapping out the swim if I think I need to. I turn off the fish finder aspect of it. I use it as a tool, just like anything else. Dominic Carter says, read the gas. Coleman do an endurance mix, propane butane mix, fire in all weathers, arsonist. Love it. Brian says his works perfectly with the Go gas canisters. Yeah, it might. That's a strange one, isn't it, Brian? Well, it might have been a connection. Yeah, that could work, Robin Skinner. I'm at the big one, Chris. I will be there. Come and say hello. Yes, my new PB grant is on Monday's vlog. Also, I've released a couple of new designs for the black chicken. So you've got a big black chicken there, and you've got the logo underneath. And for the only takes one bite, a couple of new designs. You can check them out in the shop, leoncarper.com. Also, we got the green mugs there and lots of other bits and pieces. Check all that out. And if you're not already in the closed Facebook group, There's details of it below here in the description. But go into Facebook. We've got over 3,500 people on there now. And it's a brilliant group. Don't stand for any messing about on there. If you do a search for one word, it only takes one bite. Get yourself in there. Ask as many questions as you like. There's loads of knowledgeable guys on there that will answer the questions, give you answers to your questions and queries. The big one is, is it Farnborough? Down that way near Farnborough Airfield, I think. And it's the 24th, 25th of March. Cheers, Ross McDaniel confirming it. 24th, 25th of March. 25th of March is the big one. Now, Aaron Preston says, Dot Spot is very good, similar size to the MIDI Impact, but retrieves a lot better as it floats. I'm looking forward to seeing one. No Steak Burglar t-shirt yet. Well, maybe. We'll have to look at that one. Yeah, Dean Burton says, just about to buy a new rod bag. Going to go for the Aqua 5 rod 1 good bag. What do you use? I don't use a rod bag at all. I use all 3 of my rods, always free. I've got no rod bag. I just put, I'll show you what I use, look. I've got my old rods there, look. I use the Gardner, 3/4. Real cases like that. And the bottom Gardner, I think that's Gardner, yeah, or Nash, like that. That's how I store mine on the barra, just like that. I don't use any bags. To me, it's just extra weight. Evening, Teddy Snell. Kobe92 says, will Pinpoint recommend their kits for sharpening the Nash range, or has the new hooks made the kits redundant? I still think you can use the Pinpoint kits because they will sharpen up. If one of these goes blunt, or any hook I use go blunt, I sharpen it up with the Pinpoint kit. I just sharpen it up. I don't use many hooks because, well, yeah, I know I don't catch that many, but it's because I resharpen them up. I tend not to retie new rigs. I just sharpen up the hooks that I've got. Crazy Mojo 1 says, hook sharpening, Jag or Pinpoint? I like both. I've used both. They've both done me proud. But I would have to edge towards the Pinpoint for more ease of use and to sharpen quicker. Hour's almost gone already. Look, bloody hell, 57 minutes in. How many people? We've still got 320 people in here. Let's have a look at Facebook. How many people we got on there? We've got 43 people on there. Look at all those comments. Bloody hell. Dean Burton, no, I'm not really worried about the damage. Always put my jacket over the top of them, whatever, when I strap it down. Good to see you, Matthew Randall, tonight. So don't forget, guys, on Monday will be the new B-Log 15. That will have the 57.3 comment in there. Lovely bit of footage as well. Hope you really enjoy it. That 24-hour session, how it panned out, and the elation of catching one. You also, I think I'll review the Bueling stove a little bit on there as well. Sunday, we will have a live stream. I'm going to Germany on Friday and Saturday to do a show there for Angelter Heridian. An open day, that'd be brilliant. And either Sunday or Wednesday, we will be doing the 10,000 subscribers giveaway. I cannot thank you guys enough for being a subscriber. You don't need to do anything to have a chance to win the subscribers. So I will pick 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or whatever it is to win the prize randomly as a thank you to you for being subscribers. Right. On that note, and because Aidy's on in about a minute's time, don't forget to go and watch Aidy Blanford's. Another great YouTuber. Loads of really good information about loads of kit and that. I will see you all for Sunday's live stream. Thanks again, guys, for getting us to 10,000 subscribers. Really, really, really appreciate it. You don't know how much I appreciate your help in doing that. Get yourself in a closed Facebook group. Get yourself on the website, leoncarper.com, if you want the kit and the merch, the hoodies and the hats and the cups. and I will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook, and thanks for tuning on YouTube. See you soon, guys.